Alright, we arrive at Võ Văn Kiệt Memorial Site shortly. But before that, take out your note. Okay, there we go. Today, we have an entire day to yourself completing the assignment.
And what is the purpose of this assignment?
The task would be to write an essay about one memorable thing you witnessed at the site. Like I said, you guys have a day to find your inspirations, and we will have a presentations regarding this project next week. You guys have fun!
Yes, ma'am! I'm gonna beat you in this.
We'll see.
Get inside already, you lot!
There's no oil in there, not even a single shade of moonlight. What you gonna do when you come inside?
Well, I mean, if only agriculture was something, with electricity and stuff. Prime Minister Võ Văn Kiệt initialized a 500 kilovolt electricity grid.
Power industry appeared to be disproportionately developed in 1990, the times when Hòa Bình hydropower plant was actuated. The electricity happened to be redundant in the northern region, while it was opposite in central and the southern one. In Ho Chi Minh City, there is a common daily. Power goes up invariably, happening for 4 to 5 days, adversely affecting on people's daily life as well as manufacturing. Hence, our Grand Prime Minister has come up with an incredible breakthrough idea, constructing the 500 kilovolt electric line. In February of 1992, he has approved the technical and economic evaluation in virtues of building up the line. A groundbreaking ceremony was held simultaneously in many certain provinces. In 5th of April in 1992, a little secret is that the whole project was completed only in 2 years, and Mr. Võ Văn Kiệt, known as site manager, was in charge of the whole construction. Only after 3 years of being in use, the line has recouped its initial fund, considering as the fastest fund recovery projects ever in comparison with others.
So this is life.
La 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 la. Oh, boys and girls, please allow me to sing for you a classic. Oh, hi there. Would you like to hear a song?
Sure.
With the girl long-lasting time, aluminium of the homeland. True love sing to VinhLong2023. My hometown is brimming with love. Illusion, ecstatic footstep can bear to live, can bear to stay sweet and peaceful rule.
Canal T5 or Wolvenkiek Canal is 28 kilometers long, flowing through Gingsang and Anzang provinces. While he was in office, Prime Minister Wolvenkiek often observed the Mekong Delta along the leaders of the provinces and scientists, especially the Long Swing Quadrangle, and has always wondered how to quickly get rid of floodwater from the Mekong River's headwater and at the same time exploit the regularly flooded land with alum to develop agriculture. In 1996, Mr. Wolvenkiek went to Anzang with his pencil roll-up to check the flood situation. The flood drainage efficiency of VinhLong2023 Canal and its conveniences for the people are of particular concern to the Prime Minister. He asked the local officials in detail and met the locals directly. The idea of draining the flood to the West Sea and building more dikes to develop this land was presented by local officials. After a meticulous process of research, survey, and planning, Prime Minister Wolvenkiek decided to construct the T4, T5, and T6 canal system in 1997. Local people appreciate that Prime Minister Wolvenkiek has made important contributions to the exploration of the Long Swing Quadrangle to turn this bag of alum into the granary of the country. When put into use, the project has transformed this place into a rich land with more than 10,000 hectares of rice growing 2 to 3 crops per year. People in Anzang and Gingsang provinces are grateful to the late Prime Minister Wolvenkiek, so they call this canal Ông Kiek Canal or Ông Shao Canal.
Why would Yungbok refinery ever appear in this place? I thought it's supposed to be in a central area.
Yeah, I have no idea.
The inner part of Yungbok Economic Zone in Bình Sơn District, Quảng Ngãi Province. The identical name Petroleum Refinery was recorded to be one of the most pivotal economy-related projects in Vietnam in the early 21st century. In 1994, Prime Minister Võ Văn Kiệt signed a resolution approving Yungbok to be the place where the refinery would be eventually constructed. He himself had observed the scheme at such precise scale in July 1996, before the project was conducted in 2005 and finished within the next 6 years. Yungbok along with Nghi Sơn are currently the two units which account up to 70 to 80% of the petroleum demand among the nation.
Hi guys! Now that a week has passed from your field trip, please begin your presentations right away. Lan Ying, would you like to go first?
Yes, ma'am. Well then, I would like to start my presentations regarding what fascinated me most throughout the trip. Well, the first thing I would like to say is we all know the truth that we have access to substantial electricity nowadays was due to the tremendous effort of our Prime Minister Võ Văn Kiệt. Despite having to handle pressure from his peers at the time and stating that it was such an outrageous idea to initialize such a project, however, he remained relentless in his decision, and ironically, the profit gained from the project for the following years outweigh easily its initial fund. If I were to state my opinions, reliable electricity isn't merely a bridge to a more comfortable life, but it's also the prerogative of our Prime Minister to oppose the odds. Thank you.
Well then, Đặng Phúc, it's your turn.
Right, before continuing my speech and Lang Ying's point, I'd like to say that it was a song I heard that inspired me. Is that okay, ma'am?
Yes, carry on please.
Thank you. Now, in the past, Long Xuyên Quadrangle was infertile, resulting in little to no successful harvest. It was due to our Prime Minister's insight to date canals T4, T5, and T6, hence desalted the rivers and fields. Now, just look at how prosperous the entire region has become. Adding up to Lang Ying's statement, our late Prime Minister truly is someone with extraordinary foresight. Thank you for listening.
Last but not least, Yellen, let's give it a shot.
Now, you must all have gotten so familiar with the widely known Yunguok refinery in Quảng Ngãi, haven't you? But it may come off as a bit of a surprise that such pivotal infrastructure was another project of our minister. What I found even more intriguing after contemplating hundreds of pictures within a site, however, was the fact that the province in question itself was initially redundant, possessing pretty much no resources whatsoever, and yet, despite such hardship, the refinery had eventually turned into one of the most pioneering contributions to the national economy. Well, that is pretty much all what I have for you guys. Thanks for listening.
Excellent, because you all have done your part, let's review your score right away. You all got 9 out of 10. Congratulations! Alas, beside our minister virtuous deeds, many other figures also rose from our hometown, such as Phạm Hùng, the former Minister of Vietnam, academician Trần Đại Nghĩa, and our recently elected President Võ Văn Thưởng. As those who have the privilege to live in a peaceful world, all of you must always keep in mind that our heritage would mean nothing had it not been for these heroes to sacrifice themselves for the masses.